click on the subscribe button, and press the bell icon, to never miss any updates.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters, our dear viewers. Welcome to our fifth lesson of corrective recitation with Sheikh Salah Mahmud. Last time we were talking about the point of articulations, and particularly we were talking about the tongue or al-lisan, and we said that al-lisan has 4 point of articulations. We have the back of the tongue, we have the middle of the tongue, we have the edge of the tongue, and then the tip of the tongue. We talked already about the back of the tongue, and we said how many letters? 2 letters. Qaf and kaf, aqqa, ak. Moving forward, the middle of the tongue or wasatul lisan. And there are 3 letters come out from wasatul lisan. Jim, Sheen, and Ya. Aj, Ash, Ay. Remember, don't mix up between Jim and Za. Remember? Azwaja, Zawjah, Jazakumullahu. الشيطان الرجيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم not الرجيم. Sheen, alhamdulillah, is easy, there is no confusion. And Ya is غير المادية, the one that is not مادية, that wouldn't stretch, and it comes usually in the beginning of the words, so like يؤمنون, يعمل. That's easy, inshallah. Now we moved to the edge of the lisan or the tongue, and we said there are 2 letters, and the main one is what? It's the Arabic language is known for the language of, do we remember? Alhamdulillah, mashallah. The language of Dad, Lughat al-Dad. Why we call it the language of Dad? Because that is the only language in which the sound Dad exists. Subhanallah. So, where Dad comes from the edge of the tongue. What are the common mistakes? One is switching Dad to Za. So instead of saying Az-Dalin, you see Az-Zalin. And instead of Al-Ard, you see Al-Arz. And instead of saying Ba'd, you say Ba'z. So how should you pronounce this letter? Again, you fill your mouth with air and then block it. You say Ba'd, you don't say Ba'z. Ba'd, not Ba'z. So this is one of the common mistakes. The second common mistake in regards to the letter Dad is changing or switching Dad into Dal. And that's also a very, very common one. So instead of saying Ba'd, we say Ba'd. And instead of saying Ba'd, we say Ba'd. Ba'd means some. Ba'd means after. Remember, brothers and sisters, if you change one of the letters of the Quran, you change the whole meaning sometimes, subhanAllah. The Arabic language, the language of the Quran, is very sensitive. You have to be extremely careful when you recite it, and to make sure you pronounce every letter from its makhraj, from its point of articulation. So, Dad should be Dal. We shouldn't say غير المغضوب عليهم. It is غير المغضوب عليهم. We should not say ولا الضالين. We shouldn't say ولا الضالين. We should say ولا الضالين. Can we say it together, please? Again? Bismillah. ولا الضالين. بعضكم من بعض بعضكم من بعض. So this is the letter Dad, حرف الضاد, and it comes from where? From the edge of the lisan or the tongue. Okay? Another letter that comes from the edge also is what? Is a lam. L. A little bit to the front. L. And inshallah, when we talk about the heavy and the light letters, we're going to be talking about lam, because also sometimes you say it lam, and sometimes you say lam. When should we say la? When should we say lam? This inshallah we were going to discuss later inshallah. Okay, so dad and lam from where? From the edge of the tongue. Now the tongue has the back of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, wasat al-lisan, the edges of the tongue, and then we have taraf al-lisan, or the front or the tip of the tongue. What are the letters that come from the front or the tip of the tongue? Number one, harf an-noon. An. When you pronounce an-noon, you see the tip of your tongue, or the front part of your tongue, goes up also like that. All right, and you say an. This is from what? From taraf al-lisan. So now try to practice qaf, jim, noon, and try to notice the movement of your tongue. It's very interesting, and that this also will make it easier for you. So now you have qaf, qa. Can you please say it with slow motion? Qa. And try to notice here, observe your tongue. What is the position of your tongue right now? Qa. You will notice that the back of your tongue is going up like that, as we said, to block the airflow. Now, can you say aj? What's happening here if you say it with slow motion? Aj. You will notice that the middle of the tongue is moving now, going up again. All right? If you see an, you will definitely notice that the tip or the front part of your tongue is the one moving up. So you see an'amta. صراط الذين أنعمت أن. This is noon. Moving forward with the front part of the tongue, some scholars call it the tip of the tongue, all right, which is what? حرف الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن الرحيم. Moving forward, you will find I am trying to focus here on what? I'm trying to focus on the letters that some people, when they recite them, they make mistakes or they get confused. That's why I'm moving a little bit fast, because certain letters, there is no confusion really. And as you said in the beginning, we do not want to get too technical. It's very simple. We're going to learn together how to recite Quran, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very simple. What I'm doing here, brothers and sisters, by talking about the point of articulations, is making sure that I stress and I focus on the most important letters in which people make mistakes when they pronounce them, or they get confused when they pronounce them. It is very important. So noon shouldn't be a problem, inshallah. There is no confusion. So moving forward, we said ra, and after that, ta, dal, ta. This is also from the front part of the tongue. Al, ta, ad, at. Can you say them with me, please? You will notice that the front of the tongue is the area or the spot that moves actually. Al, ta, at, ad. What are the common mistakes? As usual, we always talk about the common mistakes. What are the common mistakes that some brothers and sisters, some people make when they pronounce those letters? Ta, dal, ta. And instead of pronounce ta by saying ta, out, ta, look at your mouth. You fill it with the air and then you keep it for a little bit. الطاء الطاء اطلع الغيب الطاء الطاء. So what is the mistake? They say الطاء اهدنا الصراط. They say اهدنا الصراط. صراط الذين shouldn't be ta, should be ta. Why do some people pronounce it ta, ta instead of ta, as we agreed from the beginning? The closer the letters are to each other, the more confusing are going to become. So ta and ta, and ta, they're very close to each other. Both of them from the front part of the tongue. That's why they're close. When you pronounce, they're trying to fight. They're trying to fight. Which one is coming first? Now it is your responsibility, after you watch, inshallah, our lessons, after you learn, is your responsibility is to separate both of them. If it's ta, we say ta. If it's ta, we say it is ta. صراط الذين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين طا. Okay, so this is ta and ta. All right, what about dal? Who can tell me what is the letter that is similar to ta? To dal, sorry. What is the letter that is similar to dal? MashaAllah, very good job. It is dad. Dad is also close to dal. And when the letters are close to each other, what happens? We mispronounce them sometimes. So, instead of pronounce dad, we say dal. Example, غير المغضوب دوبي. It's not دوبي, it's ضوبي. ضوبي. غير المغضوب غير المغضوب غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. We do not say ولا الضالين. دالين is wrong. Should be ولا الضالين, like this. So by knowing where the letter is coming from, by knowing the mistakes and how to correct the mistakes, inshallah, our recitation is going to be more beautiful. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to enjoy reading and reciting the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even more. So we're talking about the point of articulations, particularly the tongue. We said the tongue has 4 areas: the back of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, the front of the tongue, and then we have the sides of the tongue. So please try to practice the letter dad and dal, ta and ta, and when you pronounce them, remember our lesson for today and try your best to practice them and pronounce them as much as you can. 10 times. This is our rule, please. 10 times every day until you perfect that. And remember, every time you recite, every time you practice, you'll get a reward for that. So alhamdulillah, it's win-win situation. We do not need more than that. Alhamdulillah. With this, I come to conclude to the end of today's lesson. I leave you fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.